whether it was your healthcare or an animal's healthcare, the sooner you can get to the animal, the higher success rate you're gonna have. So sea lions, birds, usually you can get a hold of them really quick and get a chance to be very proactive in their rehabilitation and henceforth release. Cetaceans, unfortunately with cetaceans, they don't spend any of their time on the beach. They're not supposed to. So by the time an animal or a whale or dolphin is on the beach, their illness or whatever might be ailing them is pretty far progressed. And we've had many success stories, but again, they are a lot more challenging, not only just because of the size and the ability to get to them quickly. So that is one aspect to keep in mind in terms of when you see things about animals that are stranded, especially whales and dolphins. Again, I've worked with many dolphins and common dolphins that have been successfully rehabbed and released, but again, they're a lot more challenging than say like a sea lion or a bird or even like a sea turtle. It's just sure logistics of being able to have them get access to them quickly. All right, good question. It looks like, there she is. So she graced us with her presence now. Corky came flying out here. You guys have all seen Corky before, right? Some of you? Yes, Corky is out here. She is our oldest killer whale. She's affectionately known as our trainer of trainers. She was the first whale that I got to learn how to work with killer whales with. There she is, very beautiful. Ooh, that was a nice one. What I want to point out, what we're working on with her before it starts dumping on us too much, is what that behavior is we call that a porpoise. She's swimming real fast around the perimeter, and we want her to come out, skim out of the water, take a breath if she needs to, and then skim right back into the surface. The funny thing that her and Shoot are doing right now is they're adding some flair on the tail end of it by picking their tail flukes out and being all funny with it. It's fine, it's fun, but ideally we trained it to keep the tail flukes in the water. So that first one she did, I couldn't see her flukes in that one. Did she say it? Oh, you preemptively did it, got it. When she came out on this one, I saw her flukes come flying out. And then on the second one, she kept them in. So obviously the trainers were gonna draw attention to that one and reward that one, and they just tried going the other direction. Here we go again. Not bad, a little bit of tail fluke. Oh, you see the flare at the end? So that's what we're working on, is trying to get her to keep her tail in right there. Very good, Corky. Yes, let the girl hear it. And these little fine details and these fine tunings that we're doing, that's what we're doing all day long and watching their behavior, is looking at these slight different things as the whales are interacting and moving around their environment, right? And one of the fun sayings that I learned when I was a very young trainer in the beginning of my career was that the only thing that two trainers can agree upon is that the third one is doing it wrong. Okay? There she is. Hi, Cork. And the reason I say that is because there's many ways to train a single behavior. So, any teachers out there? Teachers? Okay. Parents? Babysitters? Coach? Okay? There's no one way to teach someone to read. There's ways that might be faster than others and ways that might be slower, but those individual plans are going to work differently for different personalities and different people. So same thing with training and training animals. You have to tailor your lesson plan to the animal in front of you and what that animal is showing you and what that communication is working. So some of our best trainers are the ones that can adapt and pivot and adjust their training plan based on the observed behavior that they're seeing from the whales and what drives that success and looking for that motivation. So just like coaches, what is that motivating thing? Teachers, what's that motivating thing? Parents, the same thing. That's what we do all day long when we're interacting with our animals, is finding that motivation, how to increase their engagement and their drive and all that, do all those fun whale stuff, all the way down to those fine, minute little details in terms of flukes out of the water, in the water. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. And we don't make a big deal out of it other than we're trying to fine tune that behavior. So it does become a challenge for the animals too. It can be fun because again, like we said earlier, all those different types of rewards or reinforcements, some of the animals really want to be mentally stimulated. Like they want hard questions asked that we see. So we, again, tailor all those lesson plans or those training sessions to the individual animals. Now we got a big one coming from her. V-spin. What a good girl. It's amazing. So you can see even as our oldest killer whale, she's still firing on all cylinders. She's a great animal to interact with and work with. And again, each whale has her own unique personality, and I'm glad you guys are able to come in on a day like today. Thank you for coming in this weather. So I appreciate you guys coming out and sticking with it because we're out here no matter what. Because the whales need us every day, and they need you guys here too. So we appreciate you guys coming and your interest in the animals and how we interact with them. And again, really appreciate it coming out on this lovely San Diego weather day that we have. And I think it's gonna start dumping again tonight. So again, thank you for that. We're gonna keep playing with the whales, but I also wanna let you guys, I'm gonna get off of this thing. I'm gonna hang out up here if you guys have questions. If you guys are ready for your stamps, before your stuff gets wet, make sure you get your stamps on the way out so that you can have your, rain's on, it's raining. So that you get your credit for showing up and having to listen to me talk. So again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. My name's Mike. If you have any questions, I'll be hanging around. If not, enjoy the rest of the lovely weather here at SeaWorld San Diego. Take care, guys.